Peace, it's Equality Fragrances coming to you from Prince George's County, Maryland. Welcome to my cipher. A cipher is a person, place, a thing within my circumference to understand it. I'm a cipher. It's peace. For all those new to the channel and those who have been supporting me since day one, I humbly appreciate all your support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you be notified when I drop some new videos. All of that goes a long way in helping the channel grow, and it costs you nothing to do. If you have any direct questions for me, don't forget to follow me and inbox me on IG. A link will be in the description. That's where I typically do all my subscriber questions and things of that nature. With that being said, come on in, sit down, and let's build. So today, somebody came in my inbox and say, hey, Equality, I know you've been gone for a while. You haven't been dropping a lot of videos. Can you give me like a couple of good fragrances I can wear to go to Thanksgiving dinner? I said, you know what? I got you. I'm going to give you 6 fragrances that you can wear and stand out at your Thanksgiving dinner or gathering that you have with family or friends. Now, these aren't the best of the best. I went into my collection. I said, let me give you really 6 good quality fragrances. I could have easily gave you 30 or 40, but I'm just not going to make the video that long. So I'm going to give you 3 designer and 3 niche fragrances, no honorable mentions, that will have you standing out during Thanksgiving dinner. With that being said, let's start the show. Starting off with the designer fragrances. Again, none of these are actually ranked. These are just 6 good fragrances. It's a fragrance that's very warm, cozy, sweet without almost being cloying sweet, at least to me. Extremely wearable. Compliment getting if that's what you're looking for. Every time I wear this, I at least receive 1, if not 2 compliments every time I wear this. When you show up to Thanksgiving dinner with the yams, the turkey, the cranberries, it's just going to fit right in. This is coming from the house of Imperial Armani, and this is Stronger With You Intensely. Now, it keeps up with the original DNA with that fougere type quality with the lavender and clary sage, a little ferny. But what this does is adds density to the original formulation, right? You start getting toffee, sweet, edible toffee topped with cinnamon. You get vanilla, which starts to create this amber accord along with tonka in a really smooth suede accord. This is a good one. It just works. It's sweet enough where you can actually wear this to like a nightclub, or you can wear this to the bar. Just know it's mass appealing. People around you will love the smell of this, and that's Stronger With You Intensely. Next fragrance on the list is a popular designer fragrance that when you're talking autumn, winter, and even early spring, it's always going to make somebody's list. It is the perfect almost date night fragrance. Now, some people will complain about the performance of this fragrance, but to me, it performs the way it should perform. I don't need a fragrance that's going to last me 12 hours because I'm not going to be nowhere no longer than 4 to 5 hours anyway. As long as a fragrance gets me past 5.5 hours, I'm okay with it. That's just me. But that's another rant for another day. This fragrance is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Stunning, spicy, aromatic with the cardamom, a lot of nutmeg. The saffron in the top is giving me a slightly leathery feel to the fragrance. But what dominates this fragrance is that Indian dessert called kulfi. If I'm saying it wrong, somebody correct me, but it's like K-U-L-F-I, I believe. I think it's pronounced kulfi. What does that smell like? Because I can just say that, and if you never smelled it, you wouldn't know. I don't know what the real one smells like. That's transparency. But in this fragrance, what I get is almost a marzipan kind of feel. Something creamy, slightly vanillic, almondy. That's what I get out of that particular note in this fragrance, because it dominates the fragrance. As it starts to dry down, it even gets even warmer. It starts getting ambery and woody. Beautiful. Florals are within the mid that just surrounds the fragrance. I believe it's jasmine, some neroli, orange blossom, just surrounds the fragrance, adds a bit of elegance so it just isn't straight up gourmand. I've given this a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. For me, it works. Perfect fragrance. And that's Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Next up on this list is just, to me, I like this fragrance and I like it a lot. It got a lot of hype maybe 3-4 years ago, maybe. and deservingly so. Some people call this one of the best date night fragrances. I don't know about that, but I know it works. It has a mass appealing quality to it. If you're meeting up on a date and you don't really know what they like or dislike, this is one of those fragrances you can wear and still just be pleasing to the nose. Now, if you're not a fan of cumin, you won't like it because it's a lot of cumin, a lot of cinnamon, spice, some artificial fruity elements to it, a little bit of smoky with some incense, and it starts to become woody and very warm. And this is from the house of Azzaro, and this is Wanted by Night. This is also extremely affordable. At this point, you can find a tester for probably around $30 something. This is a no-brainer to have within your collection, in my most humble opinion, unless you don't like the note of cumin, which just dominates the fragrance. Other than that, you got tobacco, vanilla, some leather, you got Iceweed Super, some cypress, you have those fruity elements up top, those artificial fruity elements, adds a bit of sweetness to it, and it's very spicy, which I think works perfect for Thanksgiving. And that's Azzaro Wanted by Night. Now we're going to get into the niche fragrances. First one I'm going to be discussing is a fragrance that when most people ask me, AE, I want to buy my first niche fragrance, what should I look into getting? And if it's around autumn or winter when they ask me this question, 9 times out of 10, I'm always going to tell them, go buy this fragrance. You cannot go wrong with it. It's mass appealing. People love it. Compliment getting. Perfect for the holidays. To me, it's an autumn essential. You can't really do a niche autumn list and not have this fragrance on it. And this is Xerjoff Naxos. Now, it's bright, aromatic with the lavender up top. And then you get this silky, brown, sweet honey accord within this fragrance. It almost looked like the honey would be the color of this juice. Just absolutely perfect. Now, people will consider this a honey tobacco fragrance. To me, this is more of a honey tonka fragrance. If I want a honey tobacco, I'll probably go with Pure Havane over this. I just think the tobacco, the cherry tobacco note is better. But this is still a great fragrance within its own right. It just works. It takes elements of Pure Havane, but it's 2 totally different fragrances, and both of them I love. Absolutely stunning. Works perfect for Thanksgiving holidays. You walk into a room, you're going to turn heads. People are going to want to hug you a little bit longer. And that's Xerjoff Naxos. Next fragrance on the list is what's kind of hard for me to put together because there are so many fragrances within this genre that you can reach for, which, to be totally honest, is probably the best Thanksgiving dinner fragrance that you probably can choose. There's so many within this category. But the one I'm going to talk about today comes from the house of Kilian, and that's Angel Shares. Now, what is this? You get a lot of cinnamon, oak, a lot of oak. It has some cognac in here, but it's not boozy. If you saw my first impressions on this, you know I was a little bit let down because to be in the liquor collection, it should have been boozy. Now, some people will say, oh, it's really boozy. Listen, as an alcohol connoisseur, when I smell this, nothing inside of this reminds me of any alcohol you can drink. It just doesn't. So I don't consider it boozy if I don't really get that feel. Nevertheless, it does have a slightly boozy element in the way this almost ambery, vanillic praline thing goes throughout the life of the fragrance. Other than that, it's a stunning fragrance. Other fragrances within this genre will be Parfum de Marly Wojan, Daniel Hogier's Ombre Tabac, Armani, 1 Million Privé, Zara Warm Spicy, Fresh Unexpected Warm Spicy, something like that. I forgot the name of it. You got Dates Delight, which you can wear. You have Ombre Essential Code by Armani Privé. So there's so many different of these cinnamon, delicious, slightly apple pie-esque fragrances that you can wear. I think they just go perfect with Thanksgiving. They just do. I always wear that style of fragrance for Thanksgiving dinner, and this is one I'll probably wear this year. And that's from the house of Kilian. That's Angel Shares. Last but not least, is my favorite boozy fragrance within my collection. Now, this is boozy. This is perfection to me. I was the first on YouTube talking about this fragrance, whether people want to acknowledge that or not. Not even the brand has acknowledged that, but that's okay. And one of the first on IG, I received this bottle the day it went on sale. And this is from the house of Les Indemodables, and this is Vanille Havane. Stunning. I did a full review on it. If you want to check that review out, you will understand how I feel about this fragrance. Think of getting Roja Dove's Enigma or Creation E and adding Kilian's Noir Aphrodisiac, which is a chocolate-based fragrance, and you add them together, that's what you get. Tobacco, dry fruits, rum, leather. Now, this isn't overly complex and it doesn't change a lot. What you get is what you get. It's fairly a linear fragrance, but this is good. Performs like a absolute champ, a great date night fragrance. If it's nighttime, this works. Scarfed up, scullied up, casual, slightly dressed up. It's just, I did a full review on it. I don't recommend really blind buying anything. This is a outstanding blind buy. It just is. Now, if you don't like boozy fragrances, skip it. It's not going to be for you. But as somebody who absolutely loves boozy fragrances, this was for me, man. Vanille Havane by Les Indemodables. So, those are 6 fragrance recommendations that I would tell you to reach for Thanksgiving / Friendsgiving dinner. Now, as I said before, again, these aren't the best of the best. These are just 6 recommendations. At the end of the day, listen, man, wear what you like. That's what it's about. It doesn't matter what any reviewer thinks you should be wearing or what you like. Wear what makes you feel good. It could be absolutely anything. Wear it. Enjoy it. That's what this hobby is all about. Matter of fact, leave your comments down below and tell me what you're going to be reaching for. With that being said, thank you all for supporting me. Do not forget to follow me on IG. If you have any questions, that's the best place to reach me. But understand something. You must be following me there. If you send me a message, the first thing I do is look and see if you're following me. If you're not, I won't answer the message. After about a few days, I'll just delete the message. Why? I think it's an etiquette thing. People can like it or not like it, but you're going to respect it. It's an etiquette thing. But everybody who follows me, who have sent me a message, know I get back to them really, really, really quick. So, thank you all. I'm going to leave you the way I greeted you. And that's in the universal language of peace.